Look for the goods in life. Look for the goods in any event, any so-called disastrous event, and you'll find the good in it. One of the biggest things that changed in my life was my perspective. When your perspective changes on something certain, your life will simply change. Now, we've all heard of the glass half full, glass half empty look, the perspective. And it's the same thing. I used to be the most negative, the most pessimistic individual, and I looked for the bad in absolutely everything. I was that cynical, bitter man. And no wonder why that's what I attracted into my life. No wonder why I lived a life full of misery and despair. Because I looked at the glass half empty instead of looking at it half full. No matter how bad a circumstance may be, no matter how bad your predicament may be in your perspective, another person might view it in a different light. The moment you change the perspective, everything changes. A very long time ago, I listened to an audiobook called The Science of Getting Rich by Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher. Bob Proctor, rest in peace, he passed away last year. He was up there with the greats of Jim Rohn's and Brian Tracy's. Bob Proctor unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, but he spoke about the perspective shift, and that when you look for the good in something, you will find the good. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's say, for example, we speak about this on numerous occasions on this channel. We can say that you might be a chronic masturbator and you've been going on a 3-week streak and you've relapsed. Now, if you look for the bads, you'll look for depression. You'll be a man full of anxiety, depression, and you'll view yourself as a loser and think, what's the use? I might as well binge. I'm not the man to overcome this. I'm weak. I can't do this. What you've done there is you've viewed the situation. The perspective that you had has been negative for you because you viewed it as a glass half empty. In comparison to another man, when he does the exact same thing, the same exact event that occurs, he's gone on a 3-week streak, he's relapsed, and he's gone, it happens, these things happen, I have to move on, we don't have a choice. But I'm going to learn from this. This is the lesson that I'm going to take and implement going forward. And I'm going to ensure that this doesn't happen again. Dust yourself off, move on. And he's now a positive individual that ensures that the rest of his day is now productive. That man has looked at the glass half full. Now, it's not very hard to deduce a conclusion here. Who do you think will be successful in the long run? Out of those two scenarios that I've just provided with you, who do you think is going to be the one that lives a life full of prosperity and success? Both events were exactly the same. They were both identical. But who will go on to beat their addiction? Who will go on to overcome the hurdle? The answer is very simple. It's the man that had that perspective shift and viewed the glass half full. We can use a different scenario. Someone loses their job. They work in the exact same company. Let's say market leaders in technical information and accounting information, as an example. He might be a salesman. He's been there for over a year. Last couple of months he's been struggling, and therefore he gets let go by the sales department. He now thinks he's a loser. He now thinks he's crap at sales. He now thinks that it's the end of the world. He can't do it. His confidence has dropped. His self-esteem is gone. He blames the company. He blames the government. He has that victim mentality. Glass half empty. Exact same thing happens to another employee. Same company, same situation, same time length they've been doing sales for. He gets laid off. But again, it's the perspective shift. He thinks, it happens. This is life. I've been let go. But a lot of people have been let go. Brush yourself off. Dust yourself off. What can I improve for the next time? Let's start applying. I'll get a new job soon. Again, who do you think, with those different perspective shifts, who do you think will live a more fruitful and successful life? Who do you think will actually go on to attain their goals? It's very simple. It's because of the perspective changes. The events are identical. Nothing changes there. But it's all up here. It's all a mentality. So the moment your perspective shifts is the day your life changes. Because now, as Bob Proctor would say, you are now looking for the good in every bad event. You are looking for the good in every circumstance, every predicament that you're in. Because you're viewing the glass half full. Speaking of that, I had to drink because my throat's quite dry, and actually it's not really half full anymore, but you get the point. And as I said to you before, as I alluded to earlier in the video, I was such a pessimistic person, and that's why I didn't believe in the universal laws and I thought it was all wishy-washy, because I was getting so unlucky. And you will find as well that when your perspective shifts and you view the good in every circumstance and scenario, and what happens there is, and I've spoken about this before in the law of attraction video, not only do you attract the good that you need in that state, but you find as well, and I found this, you just become luckier in life. The term luck doesn't really exist. You just become luckier. When you are a positive person and you try and you have the right attitude and your perspective shifts in the correct way, you just find that you're a lot luckier. That person that has the correct mindset shift and views the glass half full will actually be luckier than a person that views it half empty. And then that person, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because a negative person will then say, see, I'm always unlucky, because he's affirming negative things. It's what he's attracting into his life. Perspective changes, appreciation will help you in the law of attraction. It will help you attract the good that you desire, the things that you need to reach to you on your frequency, on your vibration, so that you can actually attain your goals in life. And I hope you found this video beneficial. I hope you found value from it. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Cheers.